Okay. Anyways, hi, hello. Welcome, anyone who may be here. I'm opening V2 Studio on my phone. Welcome, welcome. Alright, let me go ahead and, here, download my own fucking zip to my downloads. Anyways, welcome in. What's good, Mr. Fish Lady? I could be doing better. But yeah, what's it called? I was eating some pasta from the other day. I had like 2 plates of it, and I've been like struggling all day. My lower gut regions are like crying in pain. But yeah, I was on like the toilet for like 15 minutes. But yeah, I'm doing all right now. I have like food in front of me, but I don't think I want to eat this yet. I'll like put this off to the side. It's fried rice from like a noodle place nearby. Anyways, let me open Krita. Can I just dump this into pictures? Yes. Downloads, zip, pictures. How to play, and then new TCG. There we go. Alright, how to play, reformat. There it is. Alright, but yeah, Krita should be opening. But yeah. Right. What was I thinking? I was thinking something. I don't know what it was, actually. Hold on, I'm like... Okay, I'm pausing my tracking for a sec. There's something I was listening to on my main account. On my YouTube. What was it? A lot of Bajiru today. That! Hold on. Okay, alright, Krita. It's my Jarogna. Delta Rune. There we go. Dude. Bam. Okay, anyways. Here, let me go back to V2 Studio and tracking. You'll have to see it. Anyway, I made like a lot of really good progress on my new VTuber model today. And what's it called? It's looking pretty good. Okay, there's Krita. So we're gonna be mostly working in Krita today. I'm just gonna be redrawing the how to play thing. I completely got rid of the sort of like call-in thing, and it's just gonna say how to play. Anyways, but yeah, so I like so I kind of like moved all the information around. And what's it called? Yeah, I moved the information around just to make this thing more readable. But yeah, titles. To watch the whole wide world again, way up high in the sky, with the sun in his eyes. Okay, here, DVAD, and then there we go. Okay, I'm gonna set this to like 15. Is that alright? 15? 10. Nah, it's 15. Alright, anyway. Yeah, so we're gonna start off by just doing... Actually, we'll do that last. Actually. So, let's go ahead. I'm gonna grab... We're gonna go to Moo Ink, and we're gonna grab this pen, I think. Or is it this pen? What's the difference? This one is thinner. What about this one? That one's weird. Anyway. Is live chat on? No, it's not, actually. Hold on. Thanks for reminding me. Thanks for reminding me. I need live chat to be on because Assfucker's name gets silenced every single time. Reva! Okay, playing undercards while watching this. Hello. Isn't that like a Deltarune TCG thing? I think I've seen a short about it. Thank you. You're welcome. But yeah. Anyways. Okay. What was I doing? Right. This is why we check every stream? Yes. Alright, so now I gotta lock in and make sure my handwriting is like hella readable. Both players start with 150,000 life points. And then get your opponent. We're just gonna justify left, it's whatever. Okay, this can be a little bigger. So get your opponent to 0 LP to win. Here we are. Anyways, it's a digital card game. They have a campaign and everything. Oh, that's pretty sick. Here, we're gonna loop this for a bit. Anyways, have you played the new Dark Lord stuff in the event? The learn is actually pretty fun as a beatdown strat. I still have to check things out. I've been considering just like throwing down with like Tier or something, but I might play Memento if that's legal. You need a deck of 60 cards. Each deck can have up to 4 copies of each card. There we go. I was gonna play Tier Dogmatica but with a bit of Branded, but they banned Albazilla. Oof. Here. And then we do this. There we go. And then we'll just do this from this side. Make this a bit longer. What the hell? Oh, it's this. There we go. Alright, I see the chat moving a little bit. I'll read in a sec. There we go. Alright, to Dogmatica can be a bit of fun, but you do have to be aware of the extract lock from a Dogmatica. But having Matrix means you can just straight up send Kit and mill 5. Also, Dogmatica Matrix, is that like one of the fusions, or I can't remember. Oh boy, it's a different song. I wonder what different song I clicked on. Anyways, it's a continuous spell. Oh, okay. They hit rituals. Did you say that somewhere? But yeah, what's the goal? I'm actually surprised. Like, if they did hit rituals, I'd be surprised. Because, like, what's up? Actually, I wonder if they hit lab. Because, like, lab is almost always available in these events for whatever reason. I think, isn't charge a circle now? I think charge is a circle now. Hold on, I might have reworked it a little bit. What? What? I have that over. Don't take that, I'm eating that. Yeah. Anyways. I have the most amazing story I want to tell you guys, but it's gonna be hard to type all this out. Machi VC. Machi, please. Ah, sure. Low-key entertain my chat for me. Okay. Yeah, I've hopped into Reva Link's VC, but yeah, what's it called? Go for it. Alright, hello, Monica.
Hello, hello?
Hello. I can hear you. I think we can hear you, yeah.
Cool. Okay, cool. So, as you may know, semester started for me this week. So, today being actually a Saturday for me. This is the end of my week. So, I had a lecturer for one of my courses that was on Thursday. His lecture is from 2 to 5 p.m., which is a pretty late lecture.
Yeah.
He made up for it with an amazing introduction. He was basically going on this rant, talking about, you know, if you want to do good in your future life and, like, stuff like that, you know, show initiative and blah, blah, blah. So, like, halfway through this long introduction, he was like, put your hand up if you would like a free $10.
What? No, he actually gave stuff out, right?
$10.
There's no way he just handed people $10.
He handed $10 to the first person who put their hand up.
Was it you? Wait, so it was you, right?
Yeah.
Dude, oh, that's sick. I guess the point would be like teaching people to have like initiative or something.
Yeah, and like just I don't know. So
that's crazy.
And then okay. So this guy was the ex-CEO of Allegro, which is an orthopedics company that he started. And I'm going to coffee chat with him next Thursday before that lecture.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
There was something else that I wanted to add. What was it?
Real quick. Assfucker 9000. Wait, Monica's a woman? I assume everyone is just a guy on the internet until proven otherwise.
Dang.
I mean, that's so fair though. That's so fair though. And then Sleep DJ. Free cash. Yippee.
Indeed. I have $10. That's enough for 2 cups of coffee.
Yo. Oh yeah, but yeah. Yeah.
That was it.
Okay, I was about to ask. Alright, I'm gonna hop out of the voice channel now.
Yeah, bye.
But yeah, sick. Alright. Is the $5 coffee good though? Okay, if your coffee is $5, then like I feel like what's it called? That's like you're 100% at like Starbucks or something. Lol. To pay each cost. I love not capitalizing my T's. Heaven knows I'm miserable now in my life. Why do I give valuable time? People who don't care if I live or die. Australian coffee is good. Starbucks is hot garbage. Honestly, what's it called? If the coffee is good, then like, if the coffee is good, then hell yeah. What's it called? I had like a Starbucks gift card for my uncle, and I tried it out, and like, thank you uncle for the free coffees, but like that was like mid as shit. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I gotta confirm real quick. Is this like regional? Okay, is this thing regional? Would I be doxing myself talking about this location? Can I see all locations? All... Okay, maybe there's like a picture. Caligula would have blushed. Reva not gonna dox himself? Exactly. Okay, let's like just... New York. The fridge. Okay, it doesn't look like... Okay. Okay, there's like a lot of these like everywhere. But yeah, so like there's this like there's this coffee joint called Einstein Bros, and dear God, what's it called? Einstein Bros is so bad. Do not ever buy anything from an Einstein Bros. But yeah, it felt like a movie moment, and I'm the main character. Honestly, I would feel like that too. Like if it's just like just the first person. But yeah, like I went to an Einstein Bros with a friend once, like between lectures. We were just trying to like get something to eat. And like, dear lord, I spent like $7 for like this tiny chunk of uncooked... You couldn't even call it bread. You couldn't even call it bread. It was just this tiny chunk of uncooked something or other. And then like the most bland coffee that I've ever had. Like it was cold. It was like, dear lord, I paid like $7 for that. Yeah. There. Will Yakub ever be added to the game? Dude, I add freaking Yakub, and it's literally just like my artist interpretation of MBT. And then effects versus abilities. What she asked of me by the end of the hour, Caligula would have blushed. Ah, you've been outside too long, she said. I fucking missed that. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Most cards have... Okay. Most cards have them. Aha! Hold on. I'm trying to like change the way I write my A's. I don't think there's anything wrong with mine, but I feel like, what's it called? I don't know. I like these better than these. Because like, if I'm writing really quickly, these things can like end up looking like N's or like U's. But like here, there's like no. I guess like it could look like that, and it's like really weird. But like generally, if I'm writing faster, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I want to change my. I just want to change my A's. Effects. Okay. Oh yeah, I have to like label, I have to like detail summoning costs here. Summon costs. We'll do this. Cards. Aha! Cards can have up to 3. Pick 1 to pay when playing cards. There we go. There we go. Anyway. Most cards have them. Effects don't have costs, but abilities do. Effects occur once when the unit is played, but when the card is played. And abilities can be used multiple times by paying. Okay, it can be used as much as you want. Okay, abilities can be used as much as you want. As long as you pay. Effects occur once when the effect is played, and abilities can be used as much as you want as long as you pay. There we go. Alright. And then I'm going to do the same sort of like highlighting thing as well, with like colors. And ability. There we go. There, and then we draw the board here. Up to 7 units in the unit zone. And then the same thing here. There. Up to 7 tactics in the tactic zone. There we go. And the deck goes there. Drop zone. The deck. I can write that better. And then circle. Actually, I'll just say like drop, charge, and drain. Just because like charge is like way longer. And like it'll be weird to have like drop zone and then just charge. Drop, charge. And then drain. And then we're still gonna have this here. There we go. Way more legible. And then here. Normal versus fast U. Abilities. Okay, in fact, abilities. I should probably put that like summon costs can be fast as well, like in the summon cost box. Summon. Summons. Okay, costs can also be fast. There we go. And then like, we do this. Just draw like a little arrow in the middle of the screen. Also, hi, welcome to Fingers Fountain. Alright. Normal versus fast abilities. Normal abilities. Can be used on your turn. But fast abilities can respond to other effects and abilities. I can write that a bit smaller, I think. Nah. See the rules doc for more. There's no way I'm explaining that on how to play. Anyway, this is the new how to play sheet. My question was answered by you zooming out as I typed out. Yup. Yeah, I like just barely noticed the chat message, but yeah, this is the how to play sheet. Let me do this, and I can like drag this up. There we go. And so there's that. There, main text, and then how does your turn go? Alright, so start. But yeah, once this is done, I'm gonna start like recording a, what's that called? Yeah, I'm gonna start recording a how to play video, and like a sort of like intro video. Okay, let me do this. There, start, main. But yeah, like I'm formatting it kind of like a notes thing. I'm formatting it kind of like notes, but like what's it called? Yeah, I think for the most part things are readable. Start, main, combat, main 2, end. Combat. Also, what's it called? You came in right as soon as I stopped playing flowery stuff. Okay, to be fair, I hadn't been playing flowery stuff for like a good bit. But also hi, welcome by the way. Time to redraw the entire thing. As you do this, I shall draw and upload more cards for CBTCG. Again, not cock and ball torture low. But yeah, what's it called? I feel like, man, you guys have to come up with something better. You guys have to. Like, not have to, but like, you guys have to. And then end. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Hey, I'm really into indie TCGs. Is there anywhere I can try your game already? Ooh, speaking of which, welcome. Alright, let me... let me go ahead and link that. I should probably also keep putting this in the pin. God damn it. Okay, hold on. Feel free to click on that if you're fast enough. Remove. Ah! I'm trying to do a line break. Okay. Okay, here is a link to a playtest build of my TCG. Feel free to ask how to play it. And then, there we go. Close enough. And then we pin that. But yeah, anyways, welcome in everyone who's popping in. Welcome. So, we already changed the rule which nerfed some cards and today make more archetype cards. Yeah, what's it called? I feel like, yeah, like the biggest thing, like also, I've already mentioned this like a billion times, but Mark Horse this year is also making their own, and what's it called? I took a look at it, and what's it called? They also in their game they have Dark Hole, and there's literally no counterplay to Dark Hole. But what's it called? Otherwise, it like felt pretty clean. Right. Anyway, okay. May I confirm that if it isn't a designing a TCG, then it's children we can try games? what's it called? Oh, what's it called? This is not taking as long as I thought it would. But what's it called? I do want to dedicate time to my own. Hold on, what's it called? I'd say, what's it called? Thinking. But yeah, not today. Not today. What was I gonna do? Right. Okay, so draw one. But yeah, so like down here I'm just drawing the turn steps. But after this I kind of just need to like draw in like another sort of like little title, and then I think after that I'll just be like touching things up and like putting highlighter everywhere. Okay. But yeah. Okay, I too have a game I made ages ago, but it's very bare bones. I feel like a lot of people have come in and like I've gotten that same line from a lot of people, right? Where it's like, ooh, I've tried making a TCG, but it's like for pretty basic and bare bones. But if you want me to, I can give you a quick, what's it called? I could give you a quick rundown of this if you want me to. Especially since I'm quite literally working on the how to play doc. But yeah, the sort of basic gist of this thing, right, is that like I need to like box this. Hold on. I need to like highlight this. But yeah, so like the main sort of thing about my TCG is that there's like only 3 kinds of costs, and these costs like feed into each other. So like playing cards lets you play more cards, right? Please? What's it called? You know what? Yeah, no, let me like take a quick break. My hand is cramping. No, it's not. But yeah, so I guess like, what's it called? This is also like a decent test of like how good my how to play doc is. Also, welcome in everybody who's popping in. You're just in time for watching me explain how to play my video game. It's not a video game. Anyway, but yeah, so how to play. I don't have a title for this yet. I'm gonna come up with it eventually. I read your comprehensive rules after you ended last night. Pretty tightly made, but there's a few things I think that could be disambiguated. Feel free to like let me know. Like if you want to like dump it in the chat or like send it in the Discord. Let me know anywhere. Like, cause like I want it to be also. It can still be way better. But yeah. Anyway, so to win, both players start with 150,000 life points, and you want to get your opponent down to 0 life points to win. Quite plain and simple. To actually play, you need a deck of 60 cards, and each deck can have up to 4 copies, so standard magic deck building. And to play your cards, like I said, there are 3 costs. There's drop, there's charge, and there's drain. Is my phone charging? Yes. But yeah, so drop, charge, and drain, as detailed here. Drop is like your graveyard, charge is like graveyard level 2, and then drain is graveyard level 3. I've seen people say like graveyard, banish, and then banish 2. But like think of it like your basement. Think of it like your basement, but it has like multiple levels to it. And like to pay for costs, you move cards down, like you move cards from the previous floor down to that floor. So all cards start in your hand, and to pay drop, you move cards from hand to drop. To pay charge, you move cards from drop to charge, and to pay drain, you move cards from charge to drain. So like every single rung of the ladder, you're going further down the basement, right? And then that's kind of the gist of it. The rest of it is mostly just like, the rest of it is mostly on the cards. So like I have fast effects. A lot of cards are instant speed. Summon costs. Cards also have summon costs at the top of them. And then I do make a very clear distinction between abilities and effects, which are like ignition and trigger effects. Well, yeah, I get it. The deeper it is in the basement, the harder it is to retrieve. I guess so. Because what's it called? In game, also I guess like you do have to like do 3 effects to like pull it back from drain. But basically, what this means is you start with 7 cards in your hand, and basically, what's it called? That's something I actually need to detail. But yeah, anyway, so your max hand size is 7. So both players essentially start with 7 cards, which means 21 total pieces of material, right? Because you can use each card once, twice, thrice. So you essentially start out with like 21 material or something. But like the cards themselves are also that material. So you can like, yeah, you have 21 resources you can essentially use in whatever way you want to. And then every single turn when you draw a card, you gain another 3 material in a way. I just came up with this just now. Every time I explain this, I find a new way to like analyze my TCG, and yeah. Anyway, but yeah. So the other main difference, like, so its main inspiration is like Yu-Gi-Oh, right? So like the only main difference is combat, which I have yet to write down. But basically, when you go into combat, there's like player 1 and there's player 2. So if player 1 moves into combat, right? Player 1 moves into combat, it's start of combat, right? The opponent first gets to decide units that they want to like block with. So I'm just gonna like draw little shields here. So the opponent goes first when you go into combat. So like they choose a unit they want to block with, and then what's it called? When agency goes back to player 1 to attack, you attack one at a time. You tap your cards, and then that allows you to swing. You have to get rid of blockers first. You have to get rid of non-blockers next, and then you can attack the opponent. So like it's mostly Yu-Gi-Oh, but your opponent gets to like the opponent gets a little bit of agency to sort of like the other player gets to like choose which cards you swing into. What's it called? I keep forgetting my corruptors. My corruptors sure like waiting for anyone to try games. If it's begging, it's a little annoying to let me know. No, it's all good. It's all good. What's it called? I don't mind. I think what's it called? If you guys really want, if you guys like really want me to look at it again, try to get like a bunch of stuff together and like dump it all on me in one go. Like impress me. I think you guys could tell from the stream where I checked out you guys' stuff. I was a very what's it called? I was a very hard sell. Like I was like really what's it called? I looked through every single card you guys had and like gave what's called criticism the entire way through on every single card. The first player doesn't. Anyway. Right, okay, I'm explaining the TCG. Let me like, hold on. Let me like push this away for a sec. But yeah, so, anyway. Reva, it's a Friday. It's time to duel now. I don't want to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, one of these days I'll play Yu-Gi-Oh again. I am Mr. Tearlaments man, but like, I have not played a lick of Yu-Gi-Oh in months. Anyway, so here's like the palette. So when you open the link, it'll take you here. Up at the top right are guides. They're all kind of shit. Be so for real. But you hit 1, 2, and 3 to move between areas. So like this down here tells you where you are. 2, 3, 2, 1. So to make a deck, you go to 2, right? And then you can kind of like put together cards that you want to play with, right? Boom, 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 boom. And you throw them into your deck, right? So this is your deck. Drop, charge, drain, and there's also an optional sort of drop zone here. I kind of need to like be I'm not sure if I want to keep this here, but yeah, drop, charge, and drain. I kind of have them color coded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I forgot to shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where did you come from? Whatever. Anyway, why are you drop and charge? I'm actually throwing. But yeah. Anyway, so right. Thankfully, Crag has a drop cost because I picked a bunch of cards that do not have drop costs. But in order, like for example, this is Blastcaster Crag, and one of its costs at the top. It has 2 costs at the top left. It's drop 3 and charge 3. So drop 3. Okay, the drop 3 cost is like a normal speed. The charge 3 cost is a fast speed. Whenever cards have multiple costs, here, let me pull down the whiteboard again. Whenever cards have multiple costs, you pick 1 to pay. So it's or, right? You pick 1 to pay. Also, hi, welcome, Bringing Swap again. But yeah. Anyway. I meant in your TCG, I just post my deck list. Oh, okay. Alright, but yeah. So, anyways, right. So like, yeah, so it's drop or charge, right? So the charge box being sharp or like italicized means you can play it fast, right? But like fast means like in response to other cards, it's quick effect, right? But just kind of like show off dropping. So I'm gonna send 3 cards to drop, and that allows me to go to drop. That allows me to summon Blastcaster Crag, and then on him he has an ability. What's it called? Have I seriously not? Nope. Okay, but yeah. So what's that called? Yeah. So I summoned the guy, and now I have 3 cards in draw. to pay a charge cost, I would move 3 cards from my drop to my charge, and that allowed me to put out, say, Blastcaster Eris, right? And that's generally how the basis works. That's basically that's the basics of the game. Or like, if you haven't noticed, like I used like the same 3 cards. Like, also, I'm going to use 3 cards to pay for Crag. Actually, hold on. Yeah, I'm going to use these 3 cards to pay for Crag, and then those same 3 cards to pay for Eris, and that's kind of the sort of basis of all my card design. Every card that you play kind of like builds onto the other cards, right? Root of All Evil is the best card. Dude, let's go. So kind of like expanding on what Assfucker is talking about. Let me see if I can't find it. The Root of All Evil. The Root of All Evil is a card I'm actually pretty proud of. I'm just gonna start yapping about cards now. But this is the Root of All Evil. What this game allows me to do, actually, this isn't really a good showcase of like interesting things. But what Assfucker is talking about is it says drop an Angel or Virtue class unit from your deck and call it from drop during your next wake step. So it's like, god damn it, I accidentally stuck into my opponent's drain, whatever. It's like, we'll pretend that this is a Virtue, right? It's like we play this, dump the Virtue, and then when the card is like done, when the tactic is done being used, it goes to drain, not drain, drop. And then I pass over, and then the wake step is the standby step. It's like the untap step. And then now it's like the wake step or the untap step. I get to bring out said angel or whatever. Something that's like neat about this is like it just like on the surface level, it sounds like it's just a basic sort of like delayed tutor, like a delayed searcher. But what this actually does, it's worth drain too, but it puts a card in drop, which means if I have 2 cards, right? Well, let me do this. If I have 2 cards in drop, and I want to play Eris, but I only have 2 charge, I can like play the Root of All Evil, dump an Angel, and then that allows me to do this. Also, that allows me to like pay for the charge cost, and then I can summon Eris. At this point, because it's not in drop, I won't be able to call it, but basically what this allows you to do is either give yourself an extra drop material, or like, what's it called? Either give yourself another drop material, or get another guy next turn. And it's like, a lot of the card game, like a lot of the, like I said, a lot of the design philosophies in this game kind of encourage like, what's it called? It gives me a lot of flexibility to do like a lot of weird stuff, essentially. But yeah, so that's just kind of like that's basically the gist of how you're meant to play it, and then you kill your opponent by swinging into them for 150,000. All right, so there's that. Let me play Flower Man for the 19,000th time. Right. Yeah, so the first player does not. And then step 2. Okay, 2 is optionally. Okay. But yeah, so I'm kind of like writing out how the turn structure goes. But yeah, the way that the turn starts is like the start steps. You have your draw step, and then optional drop 1. Substep 3 is optional. Excuse me. Charge 1, then draw 1. But yeah, so in addition to your draw step, you also get a drop step and a charge step, which allow you to set up cards in other zones because you don't always need a card in your hand specifically. And then 4 is wake your units. And then here. Flip. Then up. There we go. So then I'll just like make a tiny thing here. draw, drop, charge, and then wake. There we go. Okay, wanted to wait until you're done explaining all that before I got gripey about your rulebook. But in combat, is the intent that a unit reaches exactly 0 HP? Okay, a unit that reaches exactly 0 HP is sent to drop. Yes. If it reaches 0 or less, it goes to drop. Yes. So like something that's kind of neat is like if you like full swing into your opponent, you are actually technically giving them resources. But yeah, what's called? Because like what's called? Removal. What's it called? Yeah, removal also technically gives your opponent resources because if you like pop your opponent's stuff, it goes to drop, and then they have more stuff to work with. Steps so far. These boxes are not going to be straight at all, and I do not fucking care. There we go. Main, 2. And then end. Here we go. Bless you. Bless you. Oh no, I was scoffing because at the very end of the song, you can hear Flowey quietly going.
6, 7.
Anyway, I'm so funny. I'm so mature. The way you have it worded in 2H is if a unit's health falls below 0. Okay, yeah, let me go check that out. Speaking of which, the rules doc that we're talking about, boom. So, bruh, I'm unsubbing.
Think that it.
Okay, what was it? Section 2H?
I was happy in the haze of a drunken
Yeah, so section 2H.
but heaven knows I'm miserable now. I was looking
2H.
for a job and then I found a job, and heaven knows I'm miserable.
We'll say 2 or below 0.
In my life, why do I give
Valuable time to people who don't care if I live or die. Okay, anyway.
Two lovers entwined,
And then play cards.
pass me by, and heaven knows I'm miserable now. I was looking for a job,
Summon
and then I found a job,
units.
and heaven knows I'm miserable now.
Okay, yeah, summon units,
In my life,
play, slash,
why do
set,
I give
tactics.
valuable time to people who don't care if I live or die?
Use, effects, and abilities. Let me move that over to the side a little bit. There we go.
What she asked of me
At the end of the day, Caligula would have blushed.
Oh, you've been in
Okay,
the house
you can read my messages.
before,
Okay,
she
you can read my messages. You missed if you're.
yeah.
Okay, but yeah. Okay. Dump it all in one go. Also, okay, dump it all in one go. You know, wait, how many game genres we have? I meant specifically the TCG. I feel like whenever I think about you guys' stuff, I think about specifically the TCG. Also, by the way, I'm actually in the mood again to play your TCG if I ever had the chance. Speaking of playing my TCG, once I have all this set up, like I have the proper like how to play document and like how to play video, and I get proper assets on my game board so you can kind of understand what the fuck you're looking at. I do plan on actually hosting a constructed tournament. What's it called? You enjoy the TCG bit too much, lol? I mean, that's my entire shtick, so that's my entire shtick. But what's it called? Yeah, I do actually intend on running a constructed tournament. If anyone wants to get a leg up on the tournament, you can join my Discord and look at Assfucker's deck list, which is all just right there in the thing, so you can what's it called? You can plan against it. Also, you're kind of missing, what's it called? You're missing A and T in there. Yeah, you're missing one of the ants. You're missing the big one. I'll be watching. Also, yeah, it's not, also, I haven't, like, announced exactly the details yet, but I'm just saying, I am planning something like that. So, like, if anyone wants to, like, prepare ahead of time, and when I do announce it, I'll give, like, ample time to, like, create a deck list and stuff. Anyway. But, yeah. Either way, yeah, what's it called? I meant, like, specifically, like, with, like, also, yeah, Mark Horses, like, specifically with, like, your TCG, like, I'm down to check that thing out. What's it called? Yeah. Just, like, keep a little bit on topic of, like, what's it called? I don't want to say, like, my channel is, like, all TCG stuff, because I kind of just do whatever the hell I want, and, like, whatever the hell I want for, like, the past couple months has just been work on this TCG. But I have done other stuff. Anyway, Ants is a side engine. Grave Shufflers and Mentos are the ass traps. Okay, so we're just like playing like generic stuff. I forget what Athen Stora does. It's the... What did we make it do again? Hold on. It's a dark, right? It is a dark. It's gonna be a... Huh? Is this the updated list? Hold on. Did I swear I imported this, right? Was it an earth? Was it a... It was a light. It was light. Where the fuck are you? Was it earth? Am I stupid? Flower man, with his heart in the sand, so he stands to watch the whole wide world. Oh, it's okay. It is okay. It's at the very bottom of dark one. Okay, yeah, no, it's like that's your win con. I was like, anyway. Okay. You already tried TCG? Well, you can probably make your own deck next time. But we can't keep doing TCGs. We can't keep doing TCG stuff. We have a bunch of other genres and a few Roblox games. But yeah, what's it called? I guess that's fair. What's it called? Like my main shtick here is like I'm obsessed with TCGs. If not anything else. Okay, so I did, yeah. So it is like, so I forgot to like, I didn't forget to do anything. All the cards are in there. I'm just an idiot. So I feel like the entire combat step section needs to be improved. One thing that stood out was the attack phase. It says I can attack, but it doesn't say what can be attacked. Actually, we can like look at that right now. Okay. Every unit the attacking player controls may attack once each. Attacking player. Okay, so attacking. Okay, to attack. Okay, let me like reword this because it literally does not explain how it works. To attack, the attacking player rests the unit they want to attack with. Yeah, the attacking player rests the unit they want to attack with, and then chooses a target. Okay, and attack target. Yeah. The attack target is any single unit or the opponent themselves. You must get rid of one, any blockers. Okay, you must get rid of enemy. Okay, you must. Let's go. Actually, instead of like listing that, You must defeat all of your opponent's units by battle before attacking directly, and when attacking units, any blocking units must be defeated first. There. Okay. Obviously, we know your intent from watching you, but if someone just read the sheet, they have no idea that they can attack units that aren't declared as blockers. Yeah, that's like a huge oversight, and I didn't... What's it called? Yeah. Yeah, it was like a complete oversight. Here. Where do I mention response windows? Here. Card speeds are mentioned during... Okay, response windows are mentioned in card speeds, which is section 1G. Here. See section 1G. There. I'll just like tack this like everywhere. See section 1G. See section 1G. See section 1G. I'm just gonna plaster this everywhere. There's like no reason to, but like fuck it, we ball. I mean, okay, you know what I could do? Because like I feel like this is like tacky, throwing that everywhere. Okay, that's standby. I guess like most steps feature a response window. As described in section 1G, that allows players to use... What's it called? Anyway. Alright, also I'll like ask Fucker, like read your stuff in a sec. Okay, that allows players to use fast effects. Okay. I should also note... Okay, there are response windows at the end at the following times. After any unit has finished being played. Is there anything I'm forgetting? No. Cool. Okay, so there's that. I guess like what's it called? Because like in Yu-Gi-Oh you can like activate stuff like after the resolution of a chain, and like anything also just summoning a monster constitutes as a chain of length 1, right? So like what's it called? I don't have like a flowchart yet. I probably should draw like also like a... I should also probably draw up a timing chart. Yeah, I probably should also draw up like a quick like timing chart after I'm done with this. Yeah, let me like lock the fuck in. Okay. First, your opponent blocks. Okay, so we'll go first, your opponent blocks. Units rested. To block. And must be attacked first. But yeah, if anyone notices like anything, like even if it's like a tiny nitpick, like let me know, because like I'm going to miss a lot. You attack. Rest your units. Okay. Rest a unit. And pick its target. And then battle. When a unit attacks another, they battle. I'm a Magic the Gathering judge, so I'll bring as many nitpicks as I find. See, well, I'm used to a rulebook that tells you every little thing. That's actually what inspired my rules doc. The very first thing I did when making this rules doc was pop open the Magic the Gathering one. I am so jealous, genuinely so jealous of the Magic doc. It is so good, so good. I wish we had that in Yu-Gi-Oh so bad, so bad. What's it called? Anyway, okay. Okay, so what's his name again? Okay, Stora gains attack based on monsters your opponent controls, and it's also another root of evil target. You use free lunch as a way to get out your higher cost cards out easier, as well as using root of all evil to touch your opponent with big monsters. Stora is a going second card that can help buy time if your opponent has a lot of units in the field, but not enough attack to break through. But yeah, so I guess like if I were to criticize the list a little bit, I'd say there's way too many playsets. Like genuinely way too many. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 playsets. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 playsets. 13 times 4. That's 52, and then 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I'm seeing like way too many playsets. And it's really, really gonna suck when you open like 2 triple-edged sword, like 3 free lunch, and then like the root of all evil, right? But basically, I feel like you do kind of need to diversify your playsets a bit more. Like coming from like Yu-Gi-Oh to Magic the Gathering, like something that really struck me is like having a max of 3 and a max of 4 copies is such a huge difference. Genuinely such a huge difference maker. Because like when it comes to 3, the only thing that really matters is like, if you want to play a card, you play 3. If it's kind of bricky, you play 2. And if it's a garnet, you play 1, right? So it's like, most of the time you're playing like 3 copies of a bunch of cards. 2 if you're feeling a little funny. But when it comes to like Magic, and like any card game that has like 4 copies, there's so much to think about just by adding an extra card. And it's like, what's it called? One of the things you really need to consider is like playing a playset of cards is nice because you see it a lot. But if you have way too many playsets and your hands get super bricky because you have a bunch of dupes that stick in your hand, and dupes in this game genuinely suck. Like they are so incredibly buns, and like it makes your games like miserable. Like you will just like sit there for the longest time like digging through things. Like you do have our games Pot of Greed, Journey Without a Name at 4 copies, and you have like Upstart Goblin, Mentha Alto at 4. But like even if you cut down your deck size so much by just drawing into cards, that's still like a higher chance to draw into your playsets of cards, and like you'll have like a lot of dupes a lot more. And because you have like you only have like 2 of each of the Grave Shufflers, you only have like So you have like 4 of the ants and stuff, right? You don't have like a big option to actually kill, and like you have a bunch of playsets. It's gonna like you're gonna have like a lot of very sacky games, and I learned this like the hard way when deck building for myself, because like I kind of started the same way, it's like 4 of everything. But it's like, what's it called? You do kind of need to like, you really need to like balance, like you really need to like not run. I mean, it's something you can do, but it's just like just a little tip. I make my deck like I am, bricked up, real and true. But yeah, anyway, it's super nice to have. It's super nice to have even things that seem obvious be detailed in the rules, because there's an entire rule about what it means for a creature to attack alone. Yeah. Like, what's it called? Eventually, I do want to like flesh this out like really, really deep, but for now, it's like just like the broad strokes of things. I think the more that I like understand how this game works, and the more like I feel like I need to explain further, like this thing is going to grow. I can see this thing going up to like right now it's 19 pages. I can see it going up to like maybe 25, 30 pages, just off of like interactions that need to be included. The 2 units deal their attack to each other. If they run out of HP, they die. Okay, this is going to be this final graduating thesis, lol. Unironically, this rules doc may be longer than any paper I ever write in college. Just be crazy. Deal their attack as damage to each other. So I guess like, what's it called? In like, what's up here or like in the rules doc? I guess like, what's it called? I feel like for like this simplistic thing, like it doesn't really matter too much. It doesn't really matter too much. I'm just trying to like describe things and like I probably should say like die. What's it called? They go to drop. I can write that better. They go to drop. Close enough. That can be smaller and out of the way. There we go. Play more cards. So summon. I'm just gonna like rewrite this. Play/set tactics. And then use effects and abilities. My handwriting is shit there. It's whatever. It's whatever. This is like readable enough. It's in like 2 different spots. Anyway, do you like PvZ actually? Dude, Plants vs Zombies is so peak. Also, I did read that. I forgot I made my own PvZ game. But yeah, what's called Plants vs Zombies is peak, dude. So I was playing. I played the Hololive fan game 1, Holo versus Robo, and like holy shit. One of the plants that they had in the Hololive like Plants vs Zombies clone, they had like the what's it called? They included the Zen Garden glove. I believe it was Subaru. Yeah, they included like the Zen Garden glove as one of the playable plants. So something you could do is you could use Kanata, who is like the chomper, just like spam chompers with like 19 rows of sunflowers, and then just like play the game manually. Slam down your chompers really fast, and then just keep like moving them back and out of the way using the Zen Garden glove. So perhaps you can try a version together with the other games in the next Court Gnosis collab. Maybe. I feel like I feel like I'd probably like be so stuck in the Plants vs Zombies one. Give me Chomper. Okay. Give me Chomper. Give me fire. Wait. Give me... Give me freedom, give me fire, give me the Chomper or I retire. Anyway, the problem with decks is they always get bricked hands. That's what's so cool. Like, I feel like with the way that this game is played, like... I mean, you can always kind of break, but it's like, what's it called? There are like so many ways to like not break in this game, which is super clean. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They're like, my friends are playing my game. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy. Okay, in my group DM with my friends, one of them put out like a link, and I assume they're just playing the game right now. Oh, but yeah, I've been like extensively playtesting with some of my friends, and like that's like where like the sweeping reforms came in. Like I used to have a bunch of like different like archetypes and stuff, and it was like all like the first set was all super disjointed and stuff. And like what's it called? This sort of like recent huge wave of sweeping reforms came because I had some friends like playtest the game. But like what's it called? All units heal their HP back. I should probably also mention that in the rules doc because like here, text box, I believe it's section 5 and step. Units heal. Okay, I already mentioned that. Cool. Okay. Oh, hold on. If there's any mention of the standby step, I need to clear that out. Control F, standby. Aha! I need to, also, the wake step. The wake step is the 4th step in the turn. I believe there's one more instance of it. Aha. There we go. Like, what's called Wake and Rest were like super haphazardly added in like recently just to smoothen out combat. But what's it called? Yeah. I think I stole it from Vanguard, didn't I? What's it called? Okay. I'm free from today to August 10th because August 9th is Singapore's National Day, so extra holiday, but most unlikely you'll do collabs in the day because you're on TCGs and stuff. Yeah, what's it called? I think that's it. I think that's literally it that happens in the end step. Cost zones, turn structure, end step. And then I just pass to your opponent. Excuse me. There we go. Okay, so there's that, and I guess like the last thing we need to do is just this. Alright, time for fun. Is that seriously what that color is? Jesus Christ. So it's called like brush size 20. I feel like that'll make the process go by a little faster. Anyway. Okay, so there. Before we'll just do this. You begin. Oh right, hold on. Okay, I'll like bubble these in while I can, and I'll just like use my imagination, whatever. I completely forgot I completely forgot how I like did all of the letters. So it's like, whatever. We'll do this. But yeah, so we're gonna be like chipping away at this for a good bit. This is gonna look like way different to everything else. Okay. Are all units meant to be declared attacking at the same time, or are they declared and sent to combat one by one? Yeah, they're declared and sent to combat like one by one. Here, let me just triple check that that's what that says. Yeah, what's it called? The attacking player attacks with one unit at a time. Maybe you specify that you loop back to declaring attackers after damage. Yeah. There. Loop. Okay. Perform steps. Okay, perform sub steps 3 and 4 for every unit you attack with, and repeat for as many attacks you wish to do. There we go. Have I done an E already? No. Yes. You know what? Here, let me like redo all of this. And instead of like, okay, I'm gonna make sure I'm doing this in the right style. Go. There we go. Before you okay, that's what I was doing wrong. Okay, so before there we go. I was missing like all the joy and whimsy. Okay, before I can spell. This needs to be like way to the right. Hold on. Before you begin. There we go. Also, it is like thundering like really loud out. It is like thundering really loud outside. If my Wi-Fi dies, it's because the power grid shut off. Yeah, if the stream buffers or crashes, the lightning hit my ISP or something. Anyway, someone get this guy a printer so he can print his rulebook art into a physical paper. I mean, I have a printer. Who said I didn't have a printer? But yeah, what's it called? Feel free to, honestly. Okay, let's like shrink this a little bit. For you. Begin. So that goes there. So it's this, this. There we go. Okay. Gotta make sure combat rules are really tight, and I can tell you from experience that combat phase is the most rife with the rules arguments in TCGs. When I was a judge in LGS for Commander Nights, it was always fun to tell a new player that a creature that was blocked and then had that blocker removed is still blocked. Okay. A creature that was blocked and then had that blocker removed is still blocked. Really? Wait, okay, so trying to rebuild that, it's like you have a guy, I have a guy. How does magic work again? It's declare attackers and then declare blockers, right? So I declare my attackers, they declare their blockers. They have thing and I have thing too, right? They block my thing with their thing, and then I Doomblade their thing. Is that what we're talking about? A creature that was blocked and then had that blocker removed is still blocked. That's really, huh? So like, what's if I like? So I guess like if I Doomblade someone's, if I Doomblade the blocker, it's still. So you declare an attack, I declare a blocker, then I sack my blocker before combat. It's still blocked and I do not take damage. Really? That's new. That's actually new to me. That's actually really new to me. What's it called? Huh. Like, so because like blocking is like a blocking is a completely different concept in this game. I don't really have to worry about that too much, but like that's good to know. I actually didn't know that. Okay, and then we do this. There we go. That's really cool. I mean, I guess it's not the most obvious thing, but like still, yeah. Here we go. Oh, my desk is my desk is shaking because I'm like, what's that called? Going back and forth with like my pen so many times. We'll do the blocking. Yeah, we'll do the blocking in and outlining in the same step here. Instead of like, yeah. Anyway, also, better you learn here than in the middle of a commander game swinging for game win, like I've seen plenty of times. Ooh. Anyway. Anyone's buffering though? Is my internet bad or is the thunderstorm trying to take him out? I think it might be on your side because my OBS is still fine. Yeah, try yeah, try like refreshing the page or something. I need to start like multi-streaming to Twitch. I always like think like, hey, I should do that, and then I forget every single time. There. But yeah, what's it called? Ever since I learned how to like, ever since I learned like basically how graffiti art works, it's like I've been like kind of obsessed. It's just, I don't know, it's just so fun like blocking things out like this. Corrupt is getting endured. Hold on. Give me a sec. What's it called? What's it called? Sorry, but now I'm paying for the collab stream to happen again in August 9th our time. I think, what's it called? What day is it today? What's it called? Hold on. Dot. But yeah. Did I? What the fuck is this? Why do you look like that? There. Okay, hold on. Thinking. But yeah, what's it called? I guess like... What's it called? I mentioned like... Hold on, I'm like thinking really hard. Give me a sec. But yeah, what's it called? I guess like... What's it called? As much as... as much as I'm okay with you guys like asking, so I guess like I did say I was okay with it, but like what's it called? I guess like boundaries wise, right? I'd rather, what's it called? I'd personally rather not, what's it called? I guess like, okay, I guess like just define like boundaries a bit further, like a bit more clearly. I'd rather not be pressured into, I'd rather not be pressured into like having to. Like, not that you guys are like actively trying to, or at least I don't think you guys are. What's it called? Yeah, like I think I would. I think just like also just to like say, I would categorize this as like, what's it called? We need a what's it called emote. Also, get me to 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. But yeah, I think I'd say that would fall under stream rule number 1. Don't force conversation in direction if it clearly isn't going to go that way, I guess. But let's go. I get like, let's go. Like I don't have, I'm like too. Let's go. I feel really bad trying to like. I feel really bad like actually out loud, like expressing these expressing the feelings. But what's it called? Basically, yeah, like I would personally categorize that as self promo, even if it's not like what's it called, even if you guys aren't like outwardly, you know. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is like I feel like that is like self promo in a way, and I'd rather not. Like I'm okay with you guys like every now and then being like, oh, we did this in like a game that we did, like in a game that we made, or like what's it called, you know. But I'm really bad at setting boundaries, if you guys couldn't tell. Here we go. I guess just next time another weekend? Yeah. Like, I guess like when I said like I did say earlier like, hey, like, oh, I'm okay with you guys asking or whatever. I guess like a little bit more specifically, I guess I should redefine it as like I'm not okay. What's it called? Yeah, I just don't like ruffling. I just don't like ruffling any feathers. It's like I'm trying to like, what's it called? Thinking. Yeah, I'm really bad at this stuff. Like, yeah, this like, I'd say like that basically does fall under like self-promo, and self-promo does fall under like, conversation stuff. I think it's because when the first collab happened, all the characters saw it and this happened. Honestly, I think that's completely fair. Like, what's it called? That was also technically, like, that was also basically my first VTuber debut. Not debut, collab. Like, I guess if you want to be really technical, I played in Rita Kamishiro's, shit, what was the event called? I think it was like it was like SV3, like S3V. It was a Splatoon tournament with, God, hold on. Hold on, okay, let me like see if I can't. Oh my god, it's gonna be so far down in my DMs. Can I filter for... Okay, hello, quick switcher. Text channels, voice channels, DMs. I also just noticed there's 2 JPEG plushies at the bottom. Oh yeah, what's it called? Guda and Bay. They're like really, really small right now, but they used to be a lot bigger. Was it S3? God, where was it? Took all my life for couples all the time. Ah, there it is, V3S. What's it called? Yeah, so I was... Okay, anyway. But yeah, so like, technically, my first collab was a... It was a... Yeah, I was on Pacific Row in Rita Kamishiro's V3S tournament with Mills. Shit, hold on. What's here? Oh yeah, with Mills Malachite, Kylem's guy, I'm gonna disable stream mode. But yes, like, also, yeah, Starbit, Spratio, Mills, and what's it called, Kyle. Technically, that was my first ever collab. Let me like turn stream mode back on. I'm like derailing myself. Enable stream mode. There we go. But yeah, like conceptually as like a collab, and not really like in a tournament or event thing. Like you could say like you could pretty much say that was my first like VTuber collab. Well, I mean VTuber collab in the sense that I'm the VTuber. But what's it called? Yeah. What's it called? I'm gonna ping you with this random image, and I want you to see it all. Drunken hour, and heaven knows I'm miserable now. Looking for a job, and then I found a job. And heaven knows I'm miserable now. In my okay, that's really cute. People who don't care if I live or die. Two lovers entwined pass me by, and heaven knows I'm miserable now. I was looking for a job and then I found a job, and heaven knows I'm miserable now in my life. Why do I give valuable time to people who don't care if I live or die? Bam, 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 bam. There we go. Alright, now we do this. Or after this, it's just like shading and lighting. Caligula would have blushed. Been in the house too long, she said, and I naturally fled in my life. Why do I smile? Who don't get much rather kick in the eye. So, okay, how about this? To prevent begging, you can ping us in court notices during weekends for weekend streams of our games if you're ready to do those. Like this is like the best we can get from a new friend like you, just hopefully not too long. Yeah, what's it called? I guess like, what's it called? Yeah, I'll like ping you guys if I'm ever like doing something, what's it called? If I'm ever like doing a free stream. I've been working myself to death with this shit. That looks miserable. People who don't care if I live or die. But yeah, what's it called? Yeah. If I ever, I'll like ping you guys if I'm ever down to do something. Is my art glove on the desk here? I just realized I haven't been using my art glove. And like my tablet's like sliding around everywhere. Two lovers entwined pass me by, and heaven knows I'm miserable now. There.
Feel good. Feel good.
Yeah. Just like except the Designing Tuesday streams, of course. Only weekends and holidays. Yeah. Like what's up? Once I stabilize a bit more, like I've been kind of like it's been the summer and I kind of just been like clicking go live. Once I like stabilize a bit and like get back to making like stream schedules, I'll like see if I can communicate with you guys a little bit if there's like ever a time where it's like, hey, maybe I can like throw in one of these. And like I'll be like, hey, like is like this time good for you guys? Because like I am in like a completely different time zone. Also, like the black that I've been using has been like slowly like brightening because I'm not picking like because like the airbrush. Okay, like the airbrush doesn't like color in like a solid black. It like on the edges and stuff. It's like not. Like, it's, like, lighter. So, like, I've been, like... It's been slowly getting, like, lighter and lighter as I've been, like, writing. And, like, over here, it's, like, very clearly not black. called? Have you checked pin messages and are serving? You can see all the genres for your half for games. Half for games, lol. Yeah. Yeah, cause like, before the summer started, actually like, before I started having like my summer class, right? Yeah, before my summer class, I've been, what's it called? I've been like doing stream schedules and like actually like planning out what I was going to do for each stream ahead of time. Like, because I'm like doing these like all off the cuff and these are all technically guerrilla streams, I've been just like, what's it called? It's been the only thing I've been doing because like when left to my own devices, like I will, what's it called? Yeah, when left to my own devices, I will do the same thing over and over again. Here. There we go. Oh, I'm tired to get up. Okay. Close enough. Oh, right, we need to do shines. There we go. There we go. I think that looks good. Like, size-wise, it's a little off. I need to do this. Just kind of shrink it. There we go. And save. Alright, now we just do like, kind of like finishing touches and stuff. Basically doing those stream schedule images makes it easiest for us to... Yeah. It's kind of crazy to think that like, what's it called? I think before, like exactly Amelia Watson, like stream schedules weren't really a thing people did. I feel like it still is like a pretty unique thing to like VTubers. There, okay. So it's titles, and then here. What's like a good highlighter? Office? Aha. Okay, we'll start over here. Effects versus abilities. When I talk to you, a cupid walks right through and shoots an arrow through my heart. I sound like a loon, but don't you feel it too? From the start. Okay, so the charge is orange. There. I don't watch too many FleshTubers live, but the one I actually do has a stream schedule. Oh, okay. So I guess like what's it called? I feel like it really did start with like VTubing, and they kind of like started catching on elsewhere. Cause like what's it called? I remember like before Ame, like I feel like, man, pre-Ame, pre-Ame, post-Ame. Where is it? Are you serious? Oh, it's all the way down here. I sorted by popular and like this cover. Like I was on like Jelly Hoshimu's channel. Anyway, so everyone say thank you, Amelia Watson. Thank you, Amelia Watson. But yeah, what's it called? Like Ame kind of started all that, and it's like what's it called? It's just like really cool to think about. Red, orange, yellow. to red. Tsumademo. Red, orange, yellow. Where's this? Huh. Oh. Oh, this one's like rainbow. Oh, that's cool. あなたのことを一人示したいよ Bro's getting Raigeki to IRL. Can you guys hear that? I actually didn't hear that. Also, thanks for liking, by the way. 手をキューしたね手をキューしてね Okay. I love me some Jelly Hoshiyumi. Okay, there's that. And then I think I'm good on that. So there's a new how to play. I think something I can do. Excuse me. Let me do this. Main 2. Oh god damn it. Where's the highlight layer? What? Oh, it's this one. Okay, so here's the entirety of group 7. There. Ugh. Jesus Christ, my layer hierarchy is miserable. You can't see it behind me, but it is bad. There we go. Okay, this is good enough. Alright, let me go ahead and export this. Export as PNG. There we go. And save. Okay. Alright, let me go ahead and throw that in. Also, hello to everybody who's like in the Google Doc, by the way. There's like 3 people. There's like 3 people in the doc. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Gonna do this now. Can I center this? Oh dear God, what did I do? Stop, go back. Okay. Okay, how can I... Hold on. Bulleted list, numbered list. Position options. Okay, this shit. Okay. There. And then see how big I can get this. There we go. Okay, cool. Huzzah. There it is. Oh. Shit. Okay, hold on. Everything's like... Ah, that's... Okay, I knew something was fishy. Hold on. I know how to do this, trust. Okay, there. Can I get it a little bigger? No. Okay. That's as big as it'll get. Okay. I'm scrutinizing it as we speak. But yeah, anyway. Alright, so I think that's it. Yes. Is there a... How do I center images? Image options? Text wrapping. Inline, wrap, break text. Size and rotation? Adjustments. Let's go 10% contrast, just so it's a little bit more readable. I think that's fine. I don't need to do anything crazy. It's already... No, it's not. Okay. Man. Whatever. Control-Shift-E. Oh. Oh, that's sick. Okay. That makes a lot more sense, actually. Align and indent. Whoa. Did that squeeze everything else? I don't think so. But yeah, now it's in the center. Now it's in the center. Thanks. So I'm still like learning different what's it called? I'm still learning different like shortcuts and stuff. I cannot play this. But yeah, anyway. Huzzah. Ooh, wait, let me do like a border on this. Hold on. Bulleted list. Border weight. Yeah. Oh. One point. And then slowly but surely. Okay, there we go. Make sure it's centered. There's how to play. You'll love to see it. It's beautiful. This one. Okay. Alright, I think, yeah, there's not really anything else I care too much about. But yeah. Why am I scrolling through this if I'm reading this? I'm like... Anyway, in addition to my pendulum custom archetype, I plan on dropping it with... I'm planning on dropping it with Union Earth Machine Synchro... With a Union Earth Machine Synchro archetype that has base gimmick based on having less monsters in your main monster zone for more. I feel like yeah, because like Sky Striker kinda did that. To do... Make a proper fast timing chart. There we go. Anyway. Right. I think what's it called? When I first started writing this, you can kind of tell I did this top to bottom. Because like what's it called? When it comes like starting the game, what's it called? Both players shuffle their decks both players shuffle their decks to ensure random order, then place on their right side in the deck zone mentioned in 4B. Do not pile shuffle. I made it like as if like you're playing this on paper. Do not pile shuffle. And then I define what a shuffle is, and then I define like what shuffling methods you could use, and then I censor bridge shuffle. What's up? I'm just asking Reva if he wants. It's a for fun thing only. I think what's it called? I don't wanna be mean. I think I would personally categorize that under do not not really do not dox each other. But yeah, so I think I would categorize that as related to not dox yourself or others, because that is like you did mention it was like personal stuff. What's it called? Yeah. Like, what's that called? Yeah. I figured I would probably, what's it called? I figured I shouldn't acknowledge that one, but what's it called? You know. Anyway. Okay, is there anything else I want to do tonight? I could do the timing chart real quick. No, I don't want to map that out right now. Personal project doesn't mean private information. I guess that's fair, yeah, what's it called? Like, I'm like super, what's it called? I'm like, what's it called? Brain off, head empty. I'm like super tight, not tight. How do I say it? Are there? Okay, there's not that. Okay, I mean like, I've done like a lot of like moving stuff around. I'm gonna see if I can't actually. Oh, hold on. That. Okay, so that does need to be. That. Basic concepts. Deck building constraints. Starting the game. Ending the game. Cost types, numbers and costs, card speeds, resting and waking, public versus private information, the chain priority, parts of a card, text box, card types, units, normal tactics, fast tactics, battle tactics, active tactics, card zones. What's it called? You know, what the fuck, why not? Turn structure, draw step, wake step, main step, battle step, second main. There we go, okay. I had to step away. Okay, I had to step away, so I'm lightly nudging to ask if you saw my comment about section 1H. Section 1H. Hold on. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Health, right? F, G, H. Oh, resting and waking, hold on. I think I missed that one. Recommendation for 1H, go into more detail about exactly what rested, being rested, awake, and waking mean, and move the parts of being used in an attack to the combat section. Okay. Okay. Being rested is a property of cards on the field. A unit that is rested is rotated 180 degrees to face your opponent. You can wake your unit cards on the... Okay. A unit that is awake is... Okay, we'll define, like, awake first. But yeah, good catch, good catch. Okay, a unit that is awake is facing up. Okay. Okay, facing up. And towards its owner, such that the text is I don't want to say easily readable because that's like, what's it called? My course allows everyone to see it, well, so it's not private info. Yeah, no doxing, but the decision was Reva if she wants to or not. But yeah, what's it called? I think, what's it called? Yeah, I'm gonna say no to that one. A unit that is awake is facing up towards its owner. It's facing right side up. On the field. Okay. 1H. Being awake. Being awake allows a unit to be used for any action that requires being rested. Yeah, being awake allows a unit to be used for any action that requires being rested. Such as attacking. Because, like, waking and resting is, like, a very, very loose thing, and it really only pertains to combat right now. Like, there are, like, battle tactics and stuff that do interact with it. Texas right side up should work? Yeah. Has its text there. A unit that is rested is rotating 180 degrees to extra. Okay. A unit that is awake. Units. Okay. Okay. I'll like rested units. Okay. The turn player wakes their rested units during their wake step. I guess, like, what do I want to put in here? Probably go to detail for now for future proof, though. If future cards allow this to be rested or waked outside of combat. Okay, hold on. If you don't mind, I'm going to go do my own thing. Just let us know in future streams if you want to try thingy. Have fun in your stream. Thank you. Thanks for popping in. But yeah, what's it called? Probably get to detail now for future proof, though. If future cards allow this to be rested or waked outside of combat. Yeah, what's up? Because, like, there are cards that allow you to be, like, like, rest your units or, like, wake your units. And generally, also, I kind of, like, plan on, like, down the line designing cards that also, like, rest and wake things as byproducts of things. Okay, things not this. Okay. Probably get to detail now for future proof, though. If future cards allow things to be rested. Yeah. Because, like, I want to, like, define this as, like, generally as possible. Because, like, being in rest, like, okay, a unit that is rested and a unit that is awake, it's like a very sort of, it's just like a property of a card that doesn't necessarily deal with much. Like, it isn't necessarily tied to combat, but combat uses resting and waking to determine who, like, attacks or not. A unit that is awake, okay, being rested is a property of a card, okay, is a property of unit cards on the field that generally signify some state of, generally signify a state of having been used. I think that's it. Yeah, that generally signifies a state of having been used. Yeah, like, I think, like, I'm kind of gonna keep it light. Okay, let me... We're gonna, like, make these all... every sentence, like, its own bullet point. I probably should provide, like, a general synopsis of the battle step. The battle step. Okay, the combat step. Is a step where the turn player gets an opportunity to attack the opponent and their units, and is generally where the game will be won. Combat step is a step. No. The combat step begins with the opponent blocking. With some units. The turn player can attack one at a time with their own units and must okay, to attack the opponent directly. Actually, that's like detailed in like the step or whatever. There, cool. And we'll do this. There. What the fuck? Is it the 6th? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Oh, like this is the thing. Okay, so the combat step has the following sub-steps. There we go. Enter battle, declare blockers, attack phase, damage calc. Okay, we'll do this. Oh. I think that's good enough for now. Okay. Reva, how would you go about wording a spell that says you can send it to grave to activate it instead of placing it in the spell trap zone? That's really weird. You can discard this card. I think you would say you can discard this card. Hold on. Let me think. I think you would word it something like this, where it's like, you can discard this card, cost effect. I think. Right? Are there any spells that work like that? That's really weird. Because like any normal spell, like you put it in the spell trap zone and then it activates. But yeah, I think you do just say like, so the idea is you can always use it even if you have full spell trap zone. Ah, okay. Yeah, I think you would just say like, you can discard this card. Okay. Because you want your spell trap zone for union monsters? Yeah. But I think you would just... Yeah, you can discard this card. Like, tack on like you can discard this card first, yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna like go back over here. The following is a list of common effects or abilities that may contain on cards. Okay, play. Pay the cost. Okay, play the cost of a unit and hand, and then put it onto the board. Because, like, okay, so I'm getting rid of the in hand because sometimes you can play from the deck. Or from a cost zone. Pull units specified into the unit zone from a specific zone. Specified zone. Place. Play tactic from your hand face down in the spell tactic zone. Do not pay the cost. Tactics may be placed. Okay, tactics placed may be activated the next turn after they are placed. Activated from. The next. Okay. Be activated the next turn after they. Activated from the next turn they are placed onwards. Paying the costs of placed cards is optional.
Are you ready to go? Darling, wherever did you go?
Of placed fast tactics. Okay. Paying the costs of placed fast tactics is optional, which means you can choose whether or not to pay the cost. Draw cards from the top of your deck as specified by the number immediately following the word. Spin, return the cards specified into the deck and shuffle. Bounce, return the cards specified to the hand from the specified zones. Okay, and then send the cards specified into the drop zone, into the charge zone, into the drain zone. Abolish. Abolish cards are specified. Remove the specified cards from the game. Abolish cards are not considered to be in play or on the field and are not effective. And can. Okay, and are not affected by any. Okay. And are not affected by any game actions. Search through your deck for the card specified added to your hand. Drop. Not to be confused with the cost.
There's no one in this world I love as much as you.
How do I word this normally? So, drop X from deck. Okay, so dodge. Abolish a card specified until the end of the current chain. At the end of the current chain, place, okay, put it back into play. Put it back into play in the same zone from which it was dodged from. Okay, so like, but yeah, this does not trigger any effects. This is able to trigger conditionals. Okay, this is able to trigger conditionals. Okay. Do I need to specify that the discard is optional? Ooh, cause like, let me open back that Google Doc, right? So like, if there's a card that says, if you can discard this card, and then we'll say that there's just an effect. Actually, or send a monster from the deck to the graveyard, draw a card. So say for example, the card says this, you can discard this card, send a monster from the deck to the graveyard, draw a card, right? We're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh right now. This can only happen because you can discard this card instead of playing it. I don't know how you would word this. I really don't know how. Oh, is there a spell that does that in Yu-Gi-Oh? Hold on. Don't the Dominus cards work like this? You can activate this card from your hand. Okay. Hold on. Oh, wait. No. Because the Dominus cards go to the board, right? You can discard this card from hand. They do? Yeah. You can discard this card from hand. Ugh. Because, like, ooh, fuck. I really don't know how you do that. Because, like, this cost and effect is tied to this condition. Because, like, Yu-Gi-Oh cards are written like condition, cost, effect. Ooh. Okay. To activate this effect. There. I think that would work like that. You can discard this card from hand to activate this effect. Maybe it should be another line so you can discard the... Like, I think what's... Yeah, like... You would not put that in another line. You'd put that in, like, a condition or something. I mean... I guess... Or... No. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Hold on. There. I think you would just do this. Like, you can discard this card from your hand to activate this effect, and then just have it be in another sentence. Yeah, you would actually probably word it like this. You can discard this card from your hand to activate this effect, or activate this card. Yeah, you can discard this card from your hand to activate this card. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds about right. Fun thought experiment though? Yeah. Okay, I should probably define paying for themselves. Like, define the materials spent. Because, like, we have, like, a policy about infinite loops. Dumpy Crumpet, if you're still here. Like, Section 6E is very interesting. I wanted to ask, like, if you are still here, I did want to ask, okay, as a non-Yu-Gi-Oh player, wouldn't you just phrase it like it does the monsters already? You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard effect. Like, I think if you go, you can activate this card, you can discard this card from your hand. Also, if it's like, you can discard this card from your hand. Cost effect. If you did this, because of the nature of how the game works, this cost and effect, also, if there's just nothing out here, if this is the entire card text, where it's you can discard this card from your hand, cost effect, and there's just nothing out here, then you physically cannot play this card because it does not have an effect. Like, because it's like you can discard this card from your hand in the condition, the cost effect is tied to the condition and only happens when you fulfill the condition. So you would be like incapable of just playing this card to activate the effect because it's locked behind the condition. Like, you have to make this its own, like, you have to make this, okay, conditions can be, conditions can be, hold on, let me, like, do another, it's like, condition, colon, cost, semicolon, effect. Conditions can be found before colons, or just be statements. You cannot lose the game, right? I was thinking mostly like if effectively there was a spell instead of a monster, would it still not work? Let me think. Let me grab effect Veiler. Just like looking at its like dialogue. Yeah, like if this was a spell, if it had the exact same wording, you would not be able to play it. Yeah, you would not be able to like play it to the spell trap zone and use it as a normal spell. Cause like what's it called? You would only be able to like I mean, you wouldn't be able to in the first place because like it's only during your opponent's main phase. But if it just says like if it just says like quick effect. Hold on. Let me like insert another line here. Quick effect. Send this from hand to grave. Blah blah blah. If it said if there was a spell that read this, you would not be able. Wait, would you? Oh shit, would you? No, yeah, no. No, you wouldn't. Right? Oh shit, okay. Cause like, my point is that like, what's it called? This has to be like a condition line instead of being in the condition thing, because in order for this to happen, you need to meet like, if it's in the condition of an effect line where it's like condition colon cost semicolon effect, if it's contained in the condition part of an effect line, I'm making up terminology by the way, you need to meet the condition to do the thing. So like you would like quick effect do the thing. But like because it's like encased in that condition cost effect line, this card does not have any actual text outside of that condition line. So like you can't do anything. You have to do quick effect, send this card from hand to grave. Like it would have to read this. Like effect failure would have to read like this. Effect. The effect itself would have to be also outside the condition as well in order for it to actually work. If this was magic, I'd give you the exact ruling number about this. Why does it work attached to a monster, not a spell? The reason why it works attached to a monster is because like, as a monster effect veiler, you do not. It has to do more with the way that spells work. Because like, what's it called? Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. In Magic, when you play a spell, its effect goes on the stack and it goes to the grave, right? Like, because like this all kind of depends on how stuff in Magic works. So like in Magic, what's it called? To explain this in Magic terms, I believe a spell exists. Okay, a Yu-Gi-Oh spell exists on the board as a permanent for the duration of the chain, if that makes sense. Like, oh shit. Do you guys have the terms like ignition effect and trigger effect? Shit. Scryfall. Strix. Right. Like, okay. The way that spells kind of work in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like the spell itself exists as a permanent on the board, you play it, and then its effect is an easy beat. I buffered right as you were explaining how spells work, so I need to repeat. Okay, so I was like asking you like how magic stuff works, but basically, like think of it like, what's it called? Think of it like, okay, I'm gonna like take Harrier Strix as an example. The reason why, okay, the reason why Effect Veiler works as a monster. So take this like, I believe it's a mana ability, right? So take the mana ability that Harrier Strix has. 1 blue and 2, like, okay, 2 and a blue, right? Draw a card, then discard a card. Effect Veiler is able to do this from the hand. You're able to do this from the hand, right? But what's it called? It's like okay. Yeah. It's a mana ability, like, okay. If Harrier Strix said, oh shit, okay, thinking. It's this, right? It's Effect Veiler's effect all of this is this, but you can activate it from your hand. And the cost is just quick effect, right? What's it called? All spells in Yu-Gi-Oh! Exist as a permanent on the board. You play it to the board as a permanent. Like, what's it called? Yeah, you play a normal spell to the board as a permanent. Yeah. It says activated abilities to be activated from hand. Yeah. So that's how effect failure works. It's like if you were to summon Harrier Strix and expect this effect to trigger. It doesn't. It doesn't. Like, what? Okay, hold on. This. Effect. So this, if I were to say, if there were to be an effect here, right? This first line, just effect. That's the ETB. That's the ETB. And then this is the activated ability, right? Yu-Gi-Oh generally has their activated abilities able to activate from hand. And then let's hold. Because this spell essentially does not have an ETB. Let's hold. If it was just this, there's just the activated ability. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Because like you would have to access the effect through the activated ability. There is no part of the spell that activates when you put it on the board, so you cannot legally play this card. Because like all cards have to be able to resolve their I believe all spells have to be able to resolve their effects when they're played. Yeah. So like for example, like you can't Raigeki an empty board, right? And like with this card, it's like essentially with a spell card that reads this, it's like you're trying to Raigeki an empty board, but instead of like trying to like you cannot destroy monsters. You cannot activate Raigeki because you're trying to destroy all monsters your opponent controls when they control no monsters. It's like that, except there's literally no effect, so it literally cannot be activated. If that makes sense. So I guess like a quick form of it, I probably am so wrong with this, but like the spirit of the thing is that basically this is an activated ability. Okay, this is an activated ability on this card, but because there's no ETB on this spell has an activated ability, but it does not have an ETB. You cannot play the card because there is no effect, like no ETB to trigger. Like, if I were to take Raigeki this, it's a normal spell. You play it to the board. It exists on the board as a permanent, and then applies its effect first in the stack. Then when the stack resolves, it goes to the grave. But if, like, what's it called? This card does not have an ETB to put on the stack, so it cannot be played in the first place. If that makes sense. That's kind of how I rationalize it. Like I've played a good amount of Magic with some friends, so I do kind of get how the game works, but yeah. So like if you cannot, I vaguely get it. It's like I could probably explain it way better. But generally, yeah, like yeah, there is no effect to resolve on this card that reads this. Or like, yeah, hold on. So like this is like the shell of effect Veiler's effect. There is no effect to activate on the card. Like, yes, this thing exists here, but I'm gonna stop thinking about it. I explained it as best as I could. Constitute. Okay, so back to infinite loops. Constitute the costs paid and any cards used, I think. But yeah. Actually, you know what? Before I like add more words, yeah, I wanted to ask if you're still here. I'm gonna keep like saying if you're still here. I wanted to ask, section 6E. Also, yes, for section 6E, This game does not allow infinite loops. Infinite loops are loops that pay for themselves. Hold on. The closest thing I can think of is channel effects in Magic like Boseiju. Let me think. Okay, Boseiju. Did I spell wrong? Damn, I can't spell. Here we go. The closest comparable thing I can think of is channel effects. Channel. Rulings. God fucking damn it. Fandom. Channel's activated from hand and is on permanence. I guess. Because, like, it's like mana effects, like, discard this card. I don't think it is. If anything, this thing works like Valor, essentially. Not really. It doesn't have a quick effect. But yeah, you like discard it. It's like using a permanent as a spell instead. Okay, better wording because everything is a spell and magic. Okay. It's like it's like using a permanent as a sorcery. The way that Yu-Gi-Oh spell type cards work is that they all are played to the board as a permanent and then apply their effect as an ETB. Yeah. Yeah, they apply like they apply their effects like an ETB. Yeah. Yeah. So like Raigeki would be all Yu-Gi-Oh spells are evoke. Hold on. Evoke, keyword, match together. Or, hold on. MTG rulings, PDF. Give me the PDF. There you are. Look up Ingot Chewer. Yeah, got it. Ingot Chewer. Evoke. Yeah. Basically, it is literally just evoke. Like, I'm pretty sure that's how Yu-Gi-Oh cards work. You cast a spell for its evoke cost, and if you do, it's sacrificed when it enters. Yes. Yeah, so this would be like if Mystical Space Typhoon was a normal spell instead of a quick play spell. Yeah. Essentially. Yeah, so like, evoke is how normal spells work. Yeah. So like, it's like if Ingot Chewer had an active... Okay, so like, what's it called? It's like if Ingot Chewer, instead of having an ETB, if Ingot Chewer had a mana ability. Yeah, it's if Ingot Chewer had a mana ability, and I believe the mana ability would not happen, if I'm correct. Because like the ETB happens when it enters, it does the thing, and it sacks it when it enters, right? Activated ability? Yeah, activated ability, not mana abilities. Mana abilities give you mana. But yeah, like, this one. Yeah, it's like if this ETB was an activated ability. And unless evoke creatures do have activated abilities on them, in which case that's completely wrong. But yeah, like, yeah, because I don't think you can slap down a monster. Not a monster. Oh my god, we're getting so into the weeds. We are getting so into the weeds of, like, TCG rulings. I don't think I've ever had this engaging of a... I genuinely don't think I've ever had this engaging of a rulings talk with somebody, though, so thank you. But, what's it called? Yeah. Okay, I love talking about rules. It's so fun. It's so fun. It's really tough. And it feels like talking about, like, it feels like talking about computer programming. Like, what's it called? If Yu-Gi-Oh's, what's it called? Yeah, it's like, yeah, we don't, what's it called? Yeah, like, Magic's effects aren't, okay, okay, Yu-Gi-Oh has more complex cards with a lot more text on them. But like, talking about like Magic the Gathering rulings, or like any kind, like talking about any kind of TCG rulings is like talking about how like it's like if we were to talk about how like a line of code would run, like how like a block of code would run, but neither of us have like a environment to run it in. But yeah, okay, that was like also really interesting exchange though. I feel like I understand Yugioh and Magic a little bit more. But yeah, anyway, what were we doing? Genuinely, what were we doing? I don't think there's any evoke creatures with activated abilities, however, a theoretical one would be able to work, question mark? Okay. Okay, so like, correct me if I'm wrong. Does this go on the stack? Okay, because you activate the ability in response to the evoke trigger sacrificing itself. Oh. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Because, like, oh, wait. So you evoke it, and then... I think I vaguely understand how triggers work. But, like... Okay, so the way that evoke works is it, like, you cast a spell, and then the effect to sacrifice the creature goes on the stack? So it's like, if I were to evoke Ingot Chewer... If I were to evoke Ingot Chewer, I would pay the evoke cost. Okay, so you cast Ingot Chewer, it would go on the stack, resolve and enter. Okay. And when it enters... Oh, okay, I was about to explain. I was about to, like, describe that, yeah. When it enters, its sacrifice from evoke would go on the stack. Okay. Okay. Okay, now let me, like, think. So, the difference between creatures with evoke and Yu-Gi-Oh normal spells is that normal spells, the sacrifice trigger does not go on the stack. Like, yeah, the sacrifice trigger from evoke would not go on the stack. You would play it. Also, it would. Also, the card would okay, what's it called? The card would. Okay, you play the. Okay, so like, it's actually really, really different the way that it technically works. So like the way that Ingot Chewer works is the way you explained it. But if you were to cast Raigeki, you would place Raigeki on the board. Raigeki would enter the... Okay, Raigeki would enter... Hold on, okay. Let me get another... Sorry. Normal spells... Okay, so... Normal spell enters. Okay, so the normal spell enters. The effect goes on this... Okay, on the chain. The chain resolves. The spell goes to grave. Okay. At a deep rules level, it's completely different, but as a vague concept, it's similar level. Yeah, that's why I was saying I was incredibly wrong. But yeah, so like, the way that normal spells work is the normal spell enters, you slam it down the board, and then the effect of the spell goes on the chain. And this is where the point of contention is, right? Because the effect goes on the chain, but like what's it called? Normally, cards read like this, where the effect is just there, it's naked, right? But because this is inside a condition, it doesn't happen because the condition isn't met. Like, the effect... Also, when a spell card is activated, the naked spell goes on the same. Let me see if I can find like it's like a spell that I can use. I don't know. Prank Kids. Pandemonium. Oh, am I wrong? I could be wrong. No, it's not. I have zero fucking clue. Anyway. Okay, you can discard this card from hand to activate this card. add a Terra Conqueror from your deck to your hand. Then if you control monsters, you can destroy a monster your opponent controls. Yeah, that works. That works. That's probably the cleanest way you could have actually worded it. But yeah, it's like the normal spell enters and the effect goes on the chain. But like, what's it called? Yeah, so like, let me bring, okay, so if it was this, okay, here. Wait, let me like delete everything else. So, effect, okay, text number 1, text number 2, okay. So, text number 1, let me do this actually. Okay, so text number 1, you can discard this card from hand to activate this card. I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to highlight this. So, you can discard this card from your hand to activate this card, period. Send a monster from the deck to the graveyard, draw a card. And then, effect number 2, you can discard this card from your hand to activate this card, colon. Right? Send a monster. So, the normal spell enters is... So, this is where the card is activated. Card is activated. Okay. This is the third time something I asked turned into diving into ruling. I am not a verified judge. I am not a verified judge. I feel like a doctor practicing without a license, dude. I feel like a doctor practicing without a license. But yeah, so to activate a spell card, you put it on the board. And the reason why this cannot happen is because you've already activated the card. You're not lying when you said this. Your rulebook is sparse. You mean it's 50 pages and half pictures? I don't even know where the rulebook is. I don't even know where the rulebook is. Are we talking about this? Yeah, no, this is not... What's it called? This is like a basic how-to. This does not cover rulings. This is not rulings. This is a general guide on how to play. It's really bad. It's really bad. There are resources. There is like there is a website that has Edison rulings. There is a website that has GOAT rulings, but there is not a website that has comprehensive. Actually, I think there is like I don't know what site it is, but Distant Coder sometimes references a site for rulings in his like judge call videos. I have zero fucking clue what that site is. I can't find anything else calling itself a rulebook call. We do not have anything comparable to the Magic the Gathering rulebook. Like, there are websites that tell you individual case-by-case rulings, but that's it. Right, anyway. But yeah, so like, real quick explaining why this cannot work. If this was on a normal spell, you can discard this card from your hand to activate this card. If you play this like if you were to illegally play this card, you put this on the board to activate it, this card has been activated. You can discard the card from your hand to activate this card, colon. This card has been activated, so this entire line is rendered moot. And because there's no text following it, this card has no effect. You cannot activate a spell that has no effect. It sounds maddening. You don't even know. You don't even know. The last turn multi-page doc. Ugh. Yeah, like, last turn is like a super old card that did not get modern problem-solving card text. So like, nobody knows how it works. Zero people know how it works. It's worded in such a shitty way that does not work with the way that cards resolve nowadays. I'm sure you've probably heard about this thing, but this thing does not operate within the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh, which is why there's whole pages on it. Like, by every possible metric, this card should not be possible to activate. But it has entire pages that are like, I don't think Konami didn't even make the rules doc, right? Rules info for Magic cards are so nice because they don't need a bunch of new rules. Do they just clarify based on the comprehensive rules? Yeah, like we do not have comprehensive rules. We have like sites that provide like case by case rulings, but we don't have like we don't have it. We just don't have it. But yeah, anyway, so like, yeah, like I said, to activate a card, to activate a spell card, you put it on the board. And because this condition allows you to activate this card a different way, you've already activated the card, so this entire line is rendered moot. And because there's no other text on the card effectively does not have an effect, so you cannot play it. Okay, that's the reason. Okay, that's the reason why that would not work. This works because this is its own clause. This is its own clause. Like, you can just do this. Like, so you can just do this. So when normal spell enters, the card is activated. It reads through this. It's like, okay, cool. And then it sees the effect, and it's like, okay, I can do this. So then you would be able to send a monster of the deck to the graveyard, draw a card. This period and this colon are the difference between the card being illegal to activate and like this singular character determines whether or not this card is able to be activated. That effective last will seems so simple. I'm scared to ask how it breaks the game. It's because it's so simple. Like, it's because it doesn't follow timing rules. How do I explain this? There was a... Who's the green fucker that allows you to, like, search... Okay. It's, like... Okay, I vaguely remember what it is, but it's, like, the green Magic the Gathering card that allows you to, like, search the deck while you're resolving a chain. That guy. Panglacial Worm, yeah. Yeah, this. Last Will is basically tantamount to Panglacial Worm, but we do not have... So I just needed to hear you say the green fucker, I knew. But yeah. Last Will is effectively Panglacial Worm, but we do not have anything to describe how the fuck that works. We don't have the comprehensive rules to guide us through how Panglacial Worm works. You guys know exactly how this works because it's covered somewhere in the comprehensive rules. It's really weird and gross, and it does a lot of like stack fuckery, as far as I remember. But we don't have that. We don't have that. This thing is essentially our Panglacial Worm. You can special summon a monster once during this turn. When? Genuinely when? Can I do this while resolving a combo? Can I do this while you are drawing a card? Can I do this while you are thinking in your own open game state? Once during this turn is like, you know how like in a TCG you kind of have to define like when, like whenever you want to is? So the easiest part of the rules you can apply here is that the rules say if a card tells you to do something, the rules say you can't, the card wins. Yeah. But like the thing is, we can't apply that to Yugioh because the rules don't exist. If a card tells you to do something, you do it. We do not have a resource telling us, we do not have an official resource telling us what the fuck these 4 words mean. And that's why Last Will is the most disgusting thing ever. Like, yeah, then shuffle your deck. This card is really bullshit. Yeah. Like, yeah, like I said, like if I were to explain this thing, it's Panglacial Worm, but you do not have the rules to help tell you how to resolve this thing. Like this is like every TCG player's worst nightmare of like an edge case where the game genuinely does not tell you how to play this card. Like we literally don't know how. Like, there is a last turn page multi-doc, but I guarantee you that thing is not official by Konami. It is not. This thing disgusts me. This thing genuinely disgusts me. Anyways, what was I doing? I have zero clue what I was doing. That was really fun though. But yeah, I think I'm good for now. Oh yeah, let me do this real quick. Oh, I am. Never mind. I don't know if you're in the chat or were in the chat, but oh, that's peak. I do get it though, because that's such a headache card. Panglacial Worm being able to cast in the middle of a spell resolving is something that just doesn't happen under Spell. Yeah, it's like, it is literally that. Because like Panglacial Worm just like, it's so vague. Like, yeah, Panglacial Worm is so vague and it does not fit within the timing rules. And it's the exact same thing with Blast Will. It is very vague. It does not fit within the timing rules anywhere, except we just don't have a resource. Good fuck, that's all you're good for. Excuse me. Okay, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you sacrifice judges for pole position FTK. Yeah, so pole position was goofy, silly, bro. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start ending stream. I was actually intending on ending like an hour ago. What's that called? Yeah, I was gonna end like an hour ago. I've been trying to like sleep at like 11, but it's almost midnight now. Anyway, yeah, thanks for popping in. Trying to think of how Last Will effect will be worded in Magic Gathering now. Like, what's it called? Yeah. It's such a crazy effect, man. It is genuinely such a crazy effect. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, like I said, thanks for popping in, anyone who may be here, anyone who may not be here anymore. I've been Tearlaments Suureva, or Reva for short, and I'm tired as shit. But yeah. We were talking about this, we were talking about the infinite loop rules before this. Oh, yeah. Before I go, I kind of just wanted to ask you about your thoughts if you'd gotten there yet. Here, let me like just bring it up, or at least we're going to before we start talking about rulings. Yeah, we were. I genuinely forgot. But yeah, infinite loops. But yeah, I guess like what I want to ask is like, what do you think about the infinite loop section? Because like I have a friend who plays Magic the Gathering, and like before it was like, I don't remember how I worded it before, but then they were like, oh, you just have to. So I said they like go on forever. But I think my friend like redefined it as like, oh, it's just an infinite loop is just a loop that is just like a sequence of actions that pays for, that's repeatable and pays for, or sequence of action, repeatable sequences of actions that pay for themselves. Yeah, so this game does not allow infinite loops. Infinite loops are repeatable sequences of actions that pay for themselves when the sequence of actions is complete. Anyway. But yeah, so an iteration of the loop would refund the materials spent to initiate the loop. Spent to complete a single step of the loop, a single sequence. I feel like this is a little redundant, but I feel like I'm happy with how that's worded. Magic the Gathering just defines a loop as a set of actions that can be repeated indefinitely, so I don't think it has to be too verbose. Yeah, I think I want to be a bit more specific here because like, it's like the resources are really infinite, like really important, and I really do not want to allow infinite loops. By default, all infinite loops are only permitted to perform one step of the loop, and then like if a player accidentally stumbles on an illegal loop or knowingly begins a loop, take the following actions. Step 1. Identify that there is an infinite loop occurring. Step 2. Identify what a full step of the loop looks like. Step 3. Determine which cards facilitate the loop. Abolish all cards causing the loop. and return all resources gained to the deck. Are you trying to prevent any kind of loops or just mandatory loops? Any kind of infinite loops. So like mandatory loops and loops. I doubt. Okay, due to the nature of the game, I doubt there would be any mandatory loops because everything is optional. But what's it called? Yeah, like any kind of loop that you can just manually do over and over and over again. It's section 6E, by the way. Because like, every card action you perform in this game is like, yeah, so like every card effect in this game is optional. So like, you would like be knowingly activating each card. But almost, yeah. So like, identify that there's an infinite loop occurring. Like I think something. Okay. Yeah, because like, what's it called? I personally don't like how infinite loops give you infinite material because in this game, an infinite loop would genuinely win you the game on the spot, and I'm not a huge fan of it. But, yeah. There, okay, so I made a couple comments, but basically, originally I said like rewind the game state, but like rewinding a loop sounds like miserable. And I feel like, what's it called? I feel like right now, yeah, right now, this is kind of, what's it called? How I would want to. Because like here you don't have to rewind the game state, and it like, what's it called? Having to rewind is miserable, yeah? Like, yeah, it used to be like rewind, but now it's like, what's it called? Now it's just this, where it's like, you remove all cards causing the loop from the game. And then, what's it called? Every player I've made revert a game state has groaned at me, lol. Yeah, like, what's it called? I feel like it's even worse in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, imagine, what's it called? It's like the way that Yu-Gi-Oh! Works, like, there's multiple chains, right? Imagine if, like, there's like a 4 or 5 step chain or something, and someone messes up resolving an effect in that chain. Or something. Actually, I don't know if that's that crazy, but what's it called? Yeah, like, I feel like rewinding in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is also, like, really bad. But yeah, anyway. So here, like, we just, like, remove all cards that cause the loop from the game, and then return all the resources gained into the deck. I feel like this is probably, like, what's it called? I personally think this is an okay measure. But yeah. Because, like, you kind of just, like, okay, look at the board. This is what a full step of the loop looks like. This is what a full step of the loop looks like. These cards are what are doing it. Remove those cards from the game, and then put back all the resources that you gained, right? I feel like that's like a fair way of fixing a loop. And like, what's it called? Yeah. It does punish the player for going into the loop because you lose all the cards in the loop. But other than that, like generally, you're not also. Yeah, but like the sort of like description at the bottom, this may seem somewhat convoluted, but this game is designed in such a way that loops are not an intended gameplay mechanic. However, loops may arise as a form of emergent gameplay. This method of handling infinites only becomes an issue if you are fishing for complex and confusing game states. Like, the way that I'm designing cards, I'm trying to make sure I take note of patterns that cause infinite loops, and generally design cards so that infinite loops cannot happen, like by accident. But let's go. Basically, this is like my way of like dealing with like the edge cases of like someone like discovering like a loop and then like employing that loop on somebody. But yeah, yeah. Doesn't this year since you came into my internet career? I see. I think it's solid, frankly. I'm not sure how else you'd be able to do if you wanted to prevent them without ruining game state. Yeah. I think... What's it called? I think I don't really need to define material spent, but I think, what's it called? Yeah, this is probably good. Anyway. But yeah, I just wanted to like get another opinion on it. But I almost like, yeah. I'm gonna head out. See you next time. Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna end stream. Because like we've resolved that. That was the last thing I wanted to do. But yeah, thanks for popping in. Anyone who may be here, anyone who may not be here anymore. I've been Tearlaments Suureva, or Reva for short, and I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. But yeah, thankfully tomorrow's a Saturday. But anyway. But yeah, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thanks for popping in. And yeah, I'm really excited to actually get this thing going. But yeah, bye-bye.